It is the Riot on RadioU.
I have been loving all the new bands that we've been having on RadioU recently.
We actually have had more than a couple brand new bands that have been joining the RadioU family, which is super cool. Among those would be Empty.
Good morning. This is Gary from Empty, by the way.
Hello, Gary.
How are you doing?
What's up? I'm so good.
So, Gary, you are brand new to us. You're from a band called Empty. Where are you right now?
I am at my home in Conway, South Carolina. It's about 30 minutes outside of Myrtle Beach.
What?
I don't think we've had any other bands in that area.
What? Okay, that's a good question, right? So, I don't hear a lot of bands say they're from Myrtle Beach. What's the music scene like in the Myrtle Beach, South Carolina area?
So, a few years ago, I would say the Myrtle Beach scene was a little more on the rise than it is at the moment.
Meaning it went back down?
Yeah, it's kind of on the decline right now, but that's not really so bad. We actually have a show coming up in a couple of days at home before we leave for this upcoming tour. And when we play, people show up and it's a good time. So we love playing here.
Okay.
Well, for Gary, we call that a roller coaster approach. So at least for you guys, it's good everybody shows up.
So do you feel like the scene has been on the decline because Empty is so good, people feel like they can't compete?
No, we actually call ourselves Empty because we are void of all talent altogether.
Oh, no!
Well, no, Nikki, I love this because what you do is, how many times have we said it? You lower the expectations.
Lower the bar as low as you can get.
Mm-hmm. And then you go ahead and people show up and they're like, wow, that actually wasn't that bad.
Then that way they're pleasantly surprised at how Empty was as a band. You're like, pleasantly surprised.
I thought it was going to be terrible, but it was actually
pretty good.
At least mildly okay. So
this is at least tolerable.
Yeah, right.
That's a good way to put it.
So you live in, like you said, you're south of Myrtle Beach, but one of the things I've always kind of wondered is when you live that close to a place that everybody else goes for vacation, do you get kind of sick of it?
I hate the beach. It's one of my least favorite places in the world.
Now, Gary, you said the beach. Are you saying you hate Myrtle Beach or you just hate all beaches, all of them?
Maybe if I went to a West Coast beach, I would give it a shot. But the ocean, the beach, the sand, I don't like any of it.
Okay, that's a no.
So what is it that you really don't like about the beach? Because that was a strong answer.
I think I just I've lived here all my life, so the excitement wears off very quickly.
Well, it sounds like maybe you may have never had the excitement before. It's never been a thing for you.
Right. Sea creatures kind of terrify me. I'm really severely afraid of sharks.
Yes.
Someone else besides you.
Me too.
Even in pools.
I don't even want to see one.
Yeah, I don't even want to see it at all.
I don't want to see one at the aquarium.
Yeah.
They terrify me.
Dude, I went out, this has been a couple of years ago, I was in the Gulf of Mexico on a sea-doo, and I saw a shark fin. It was a shark.
Was it a dolphin?
Not a porpoise, a dolphin, or whatever. It was a shark.
Right.
And I was like, and I'm done with the ocean for the rest of my life.
You're going in.
Right. I've definitely seen a couple of sharks while I've been at the beach. I wasn't in the water, but if I was, I would definitely have turned around and gone as far away from the beach as I possibly could. Yeah. I was already feeling that looking from the beach perspective.
Yeah, well, hey, man, if Rogue Wave comes along, washes that shark onto the beach, it eats you. No. It's a freak accident, but you never know.
You're a part of the story where they're like, we didn't know sharks could do that, but it did, and that's a shame.
Yep.
Right. Everybody's got one of those stories.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've all seen it.
This is Gary. He's from the band Empty, which is new on RadioU. We'll play the new song Prototype for Breathing in just a couple minutes.
So, Gary, you said that you guys are getting ready to leave on tour here pretty soon. What's the game plan on that?
Elaborate on game plan.
Do you have a game plan, or is there not one? So, are we packed yet? Are we ready? Are we excited?
How about we start with, do you have tour dates booked?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, we do.
All right. That's a start. Okay, talk to me about the transportation. Do you know what you're going to drive?
We actually have this really neat 16 passenger van that we always, or 15 passenger van that we always drive on tour that messed up on our last tour. So hopefully nothing goes wrong on this one.
Okay.
Have you checked it out? Like, do you take it to go get looked at to make sure it's good?
Yeah. So my dad's actually a mechanic. So like
Perfect.
that's perfect for my situation because I have car problems all the time.
Yeah, you do, because it's such a nice van.
It's going to have problems.
It's going to have problems because it likes the beach. And you
Right.
keep trying to take it away from
the beach, and it wants to go home. It wants to go there.
Maybe
what's
that's the
going on.
reason it doesn't even have cruise control, which is so painful when you're driving like 8+ hours.
Oh, yeah, that's
to
true.
not control.
Aw. Do you guys do a driver during a tour, or do you just trade off?
We just trade off. My bassist Cody does most of the driving, so bless his heart and soul. He's a trooper.
He's a trooper?
I'll give him that.
See,
Yeah.
Gary, what you need to do is a lot of our
gosh.
other bands, before you go on tours, when you need to start like creating medical problems or things that keep you from being the one that has to drive
That's right.
a shift, like your eyesight's gone bad or you're just not cleared to drive from your doctor for some sort of reason. And all of it can really be just lies. But then that way, someone has to be the chosen one to drive all the time.
Well, I actually don't do a lot of the driving because they don't like the way that
You
I
drive? Yeah. Okay.
So,
So you're out of the loop. You don't have to be a part of it.
exactly. So it's a very rare occasion that I'm driving.
Oh, man, I say you're doing it right. I mean, you've already
Right.
got it
It's
set
worked
up.
out. Even though now we're interested, like, how bad of a driver are you?
Pretty
But-
bad, Nikki.
Pretty bad to
Pretty
do that.
bad.
Pretty bad.
Yeah. I mean, you're talking about everybody's fighting over not letting him drive
drive.
the van with no cruise control.
And there's a lot of driving when
Right.
you're on tour, and normally they want people to help.
Well, this is Gary from Empty. The song is Prototype for Breathing. Gary, I have genuinely enjoyed talking to you this morning.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so
Well,
thank
now
you
that
so
you guys
much.
are anti-shark buddies, like, of course.
Yeah, we're like best friends now. We bonded over
Yeah,
that.
you're BFFs.
Yeah, because everybody else is like, there aren't that many sharks. Plus, they don't want to bother you. All these
They're-
things you see about sharks are so wrong.
They're a
and
very important
Right,
part.
and they're
a
like-
majestic creature.
You have a higher chance of winning the lottery. Well, people have won the lottery, and people have been bitten and eaten by sharks, and I'm not taking my chances.
He doesn't want to be here.
This guy gets it. This guy gets it. So, Gary, thank you so much. And we wish you the best of luck on tour. This is Empty.
Don't forget to check out, too, through RadioU.com, Hope and the Loss of It All. That's the new album, which came out in September. So you can find that through the top section of that. And Prototype for Breathing is the new song on Radio U.
All right, man. Good talk. Thanks for calling.
Thank you so much.
There he is. Prototype for Breathing. Empty. It's the Riot.